Well, hello there. Hello there, Raiders. Hello there, everyone. Hi. Hi. My name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. On the days of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we lift weights. Tuesdays and Sundays, we're on pause for video games. All the time. We're an inclusive community all about getting moving in the ways that work for you. Welcome to my garage. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, SOS. How are we doing? Hang on. Do you go by dance mode? I rated for the bangs. What kind of banging you looking for? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Well, welcome in, everyone. Again, thank you so much for the raid. Dance mode, how was your workout? Tell me what you get into today. Actually, I think I saw you were doing dumbbells, doing a little bit of dumbbell, a little bit of full body work. Is that what was happening in there? Welcome in. Thank you so much for that resub, Florida boy. Hell yeah. 10 months, double digits. That's how we know he can scrap. He can scrap with our hearts. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing this camera biz today. I thought I had this arranged the way that I wanted it, but I guess I just haven't been out here in a minute. Oof. Oof. Welcome in, Pip. Welcome in, Fit with Eric. How we doing? Let me see. Dan, hello. We got Dan in here. I'm going to do this first shout out, and then I'll let Dan handle the rest of it. Nope. Nope. I did it incorrectly. Pull day workout. Back at it after a lazy weekend. Having a fun time. Love that for you. A restful weekend. How about that? How about we? Hey, I know you just brought your people into my space, and like you're here. Can I help you rephrase? Can I offer some rephrasing? You had a restful weekend. Joe's ruining the stream. I can ruin my own stream if I want to. Very nice. Much success. Welcome in, Scorn Body. Dude, your cut is going great. You're looking great, my guy. Ew. Ew. It's time to start warming up, everybody. Before we warm up, let's take a minute to talk about what we're doing today. Hope you have a great session stream. Thank you, Dance Mode. If you got a raid and run, no worries at all, Raiders. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a walk, grab a sip, grab a pet, pick them up, give them some love, put them back down, watch them scurry away, and accept that lovely boost of positive brain chemicals you get from touching a furry animal. And if you're touching other kinds of furry animals, I don't want to hear about it. So let's do this workout breakdown. We are in our second week of Fringe Week. It means that we just did a competition. We're starting training for marathon training. We're feeling out what a different type of split can look like for us, both from a fatigue management standpoint and from just like actually getting gains. So we're in week 2 of trying out a new split. We're going to be keeping reps in reserve to a medium. We're not going to be going to failure today, except for maybe on some isolation movements. Looking at you, hammer curls, and maybe, well, not prone rows. I won't go to failure on prone rows. That's too much. Anyway, forearms for sure. Back to the matter at hand, we're doing pull day today. We're going to start with some warm-ups, some scap push-ups to get a little bit of veggies in on the upper back and serratus. We'll do some strict barbell rows, some lat pull-downs, prone rows, hammer curls, forearms, and or farmer's walks, depending on what I'm feeling. We may do some not farmer's walks. They're not farmer's walks. They're more like suitcase carries, but we will potentially get that shit in. And we're gonna do a little bit of ab work, and we're not gonna skip the ab work unless I'm late for my meeting. So if I move fast enough on the other stuff, we should be able to do the stuff we need to do. That's it. If you have questions about the routine today, hit me up in the chat. Hit me up in the DMs. Hit me up in the comment section down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for calling Pizza Hut. Let's warm up. Start of a new week. Sushi. Happy Monday. Yeah, Scorn's looking good. Scorny's looking good. Guys in my corner dialing in and starting a few days ago. Get anywhere near how you looked, and I'll be happy regardless of how I place. Dude, you're gonna do great. You have so much muscle on you. Welcome in, Tally. How are you doing? Oh, and thank you, Sushi. Yeah, I'm hoping the best with marathon training as well. I'm the big hope. I think I've said this a couple of times. My big main goal is to be prepared, running as little as possible, as slow as possible. And that's just how it's going to have to be. Word. Kitty, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy your PT. I hope it is not painful. Solofolia, good morning. All right. We've got our gym partner down here hanging out with us, ready to go. Happy Monday, Dan. Good to see ya. All right, start off with our Mario steps. Ooh, there's a big spider web on my garage door. Did I do anything about it? Probably. Ooh. I don't want spiders doing domain expansion in here. Oh, yeah. Touch the toes. Walk it out. Down on the floor. Up. Yeah. Big arm circles. Getting a nice little stretch in the shoulders and the pecs. And coming back down again. Popping up to the top. Inchworming up to the toes. Scorned body. What does your split look like right now? Are you doing like a PPL? Whew. He said the PP. Ooh. Down. And up to the top. Step. And one more time. We'll go down. Touching the toes. Walking the hands down. Stretching in the calves and the booty. Pushing up with a scat push up. And then getting this going here. God damn. Hello, you too. Whew. Spiders be loving garage doors. My experience rubbing into webs. They are, they have found their way in here. I expected them to. Thankfully, they've avoided the gym equipment for the most part. I think because it stank like me. Ooh, have fun, Eric. Enjoy the time. Teach them kids how to be adults. Or like let them be kids for a while longer, maybe. But like, you know, I don't know how long they've been kids. I have zero information here. Yeah, Evie's chilling. She's vibing. And give you a little love here, girly. Yeah. Yeah, good job. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining our gym time. Let's do a little bit of hip openers since we're going to be doing some barbell pulling. We'll do a little bit of work to just stretch out the hips, open them up, get a little bit of flexing in that there lower body. What up, Snooks? Welcome in, my guy. I'm going to open up a little chat app here. Oh, yeah. So we can take our time over here. But not too much. Can't take our time too much. We got stuff to do. What is your marathon training plan? Remember that you don't have a lot of time before the race, so I'm curious if it would look different. Yeah, so my marathon training plan is, it is true that I don't have a ton of time before the race. Welcome in, Quad. True that I don't have a lot of time before the race. Normally, it's kind of like a bodybuilding prep where like 16 weeks is really like a minimum if you want to have a really good controlled experience, a good safe controlled experience. I have 12 weeks, and so I would ideally have a 8 to 12% increase in running mileage every week, largely manifesting in the long run that happens on Saturday or Sunday. But the progression is going to involve every week. The long run gets just a little bit longer, just a teeny bit longer. And the weekly mileage changes slightly in order to accommodate. So in the early stages, what that means is just adding 1 to 2 miles to the weekly runs, adding 1 to 2 miles to the long runs, and then monitoring the percentage change throughout the weeks. So I'm going to do 4 weeks of increased mileage slowly, with all of my runs being very slow, easy, zone 2. And then, hang on. After that 4th week, we're going to do a down week where we cut back on mileage, cut back on running pretty hard. And then after that, we're going to start another progression. So ideally, in a stretch of marathon training, one would be able to do multiple cycles of ramp up, ramp up, ramp up, ramp up, and then take a week to back things down and give your body a chance to recover from the increased mileage. So that's why a 16 to 20 week marathon prep is usually the best, because you have multiple opportunities to do that. You have space for if you go a little too hard, a little too fast, you get injured. But for me, on a 12-week plan, I'm going to peak at an 18-mile long run. Normally it would be 20 mile long run. And some of my increases are going to be pretty scary. It's going to be like there's a big difference between a 12-mile run and a 15-mile run. Be careful, Dillhole. Hey, careful's my middle name. Cool, careful runnings. It's actually one of my 6 middle names, but I can't speak the rest of them, otherwise a portal to hell will open up. What are you starting with for mileage? Someone's getting into running and training for a 10K. I'm curious as to what you start with. I can show you. You know what, let me do this first warm-up set, and then I can show you my spreadsheet. We can look at spreadsheets together. Sheets. Dan, you got a ride in this morning? How was it? How long did you go for? Also, I have to remind myself that Dottie is the bike, not a person. Oh, I need to change these shoes. Oh, I haven't done heavy barbell strict rows in a while. So I put 175 on the program today, but we shall see where we actually land. Woof. I'm the bad type. Make your mama sad type. Make your girlfriend mad type. And seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Ta-da. Woo. Woo, she. Okay. There we go. There we go. Get in there. Get him on there. All right. There you go. Oh, yeah. Whew. If anyone's noticed, they haven't said yet. The new drip. Sheets. Bike's name is Dottie, Wheel of Misfortune. He's the bicycle bike. Yeah. Dan had a foot injury. So, it's bike only for Mr. Dan. Okay, that's pretty soon, Dan. For the boot to come off. Which of those bite? What up, stars? So, Dan, I actually wanted to ask you about something related. I was thinking about sending you a message about it, but we might as well discuss it here on stream, at least to pitch the idea. So I gotta get the spreadsheet open. Welcome in, Hearthstoner. Welcome in, Stars and Bars. Can I get a shout for Stars and Bars, please? Please and thank you. All right. Sushi, are you there? I'm gonna pull up a spreadsheet. Show you what we're dealing with. Shake your sheets. Watch yourself. Take your sheets. Tell me what you're working with. All right. This is the current spread of bodybuilding competition planning. And this is basically like my macro fitness plan that I have put into a spreadsheet. So a lot of these a lot of these are hidden. We go from 1 to 45 because this included every single week from the start of my bodybuilding prep up until the day of the show, including the 5 weeks where I did no running. So this is starting from the week after the show, my recovery week, where that first week coming off, like I had not lost all of my aerobic capacity, but it would be a shock for me to try to do too much. So this week I was going to listen to my body, and I just said, like, hey, if I get out there and it doesn't feel good, I'm not going to do it. Thankfully, everything felt great. Like after that couple of days of eating and resting, getting out on Tuesday and just being okay, doing a lot of walking and jogging, felt good. So this first week, the long run was 4 miles. The second week, the long run is 6 miles. Next week, this week that we are starting now is actually going to be the bit of the tester, right? Because that 8-mile run is pretty significant. And from week to week, as I'm making changes, I'm noting the percentage change between those weeks. So since I'm early on in training, 33% from week to week is not a huge deal, right? Starting off with a 10-mile week into a 15-mile week, like that is not so significant a change as long as I'm keeping my effort down and I'm not running too hard. That's not so significant a change as to, create any issues. Now, as I'm going from a 15-mile week to a 17-mile week, and I'm doing an 8-mile run on that 17-mile week, I'm going to be more mindful to make sure that this number, this 11%, is more aligned with what I need. Because initially, I had planned to do like 5, 5, 8, and like, it's a small change, right? But the difference between 11% increase and 16% increase when you're early on is different, right? So the idea, again, is we have a 6-mile run, an 8-mile run, a 10-mile run, and then I think I had planned, an 11-mile run before jumping back down to 6. Now, the real is that when I get to this point on the 14th, I may need to move the 6-mile run here if I'm listening to my body and the fatigue is too high, and I know that I need another week to cut back. I just may have to move this up one and then come back around and, delay it a little bit. So that's the general idea. And like ultimately my plan has me capping out at 38 miles for a couple of weeks. That's when I do my highest mileage. And then I do a 2 to 3 week taper going into the marathon because I'm a big baby and I love my long tapers. I'm going to go row. Before I read any more chat, because we got to keep this going. And I got to change my shoes. Keep talking to me, Haley Williams.
Like I know what a JPEG is.
I
just
want
a picture of a goddamn hot dog. If I look like I know what a JPEG is, I just want a picture of a goddamn
I am not.
hot dog.
Welcome in, Raiders. I have to do this set. I will welcome you in a moment. Welcome in, Raiders. There we go. Who's here? Zach Bots. Welcome in, Zach. Welcome in, Raiders. Zach Bot, how are we doing, my guy? Welcome in, Frawl, Cook, Greeny, Zach. Raiders, hi. My name is Joe. Go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. He, him pronouns are mine. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we lift weights. Tuesdays and Sundays we play video games. All the time. Inclusive community. All about being out of breath and the ways that work for you. Take my breath away. Welcome in, Zach. How are you doing, buddy? Raiders, take care of yourselves. We're doing that over here. Otherwise, indispose of the phone call. Might be raid and run. That's A-okay. That's A-okay. I totally get it. I mean, I get it, I know he never really cared about me. I know Zach never really cared. He says he cares. He raids like he cares. But has he ever held me in a warm caress? The answer is yes. Man gives great hugs. Everyone, if you have not gone to check out Zach Bot, Dude's a very knowledgeable personal trainer. Works in the supplement industry, but not the like not the not the needle supplement industry. You know what I mean? He works in like the powder supplement industry. You know what I mean? He's kind of the rare human being that is actually on time. Completely unexpected. Welcome in Frawl. That's not very nice. Wait, what did I say? Did I actually say a mean thing? Wait a minute. I was teasing. Okay. All right. Ah, okay. Sorry, let me back up. I just want to make sure, like, no, you know, no bullshit came out of my mouth that I wasn't expecting. We'll see you later, Sushi. Greeny, how you doing, my guy? Good to see you. Everyone, we're getting a pull day in today. We are just starting off with some strict rows. We are getting our warm-ups in as you joined. And we're trying to keep to a relatively tight timetable, but like, you know, no more than usual. Not me being slightly afraid that I haven't had a certain browser open. Where the hell did all of these emails come from? I'm gonna deal with that later. Fine. It's a-okay. Ooh, a wellness minute? Dick. We can do that wellness minute before we get into our next set. I think that's very reasonable. I am gonna ditch a layer though. Happy Monday, Natty. Needed to get my Monday going? Hell yeah, buddy. Thank you for the biddies, Dan. Oh, here, let's take it out. Oh, the temperature in here. Temperature in here is broken. My little temperature is broken. Hey, heads up, don't buy the little Govee tiles. Here's my Amazon review of these little Govee temperature tiles. They just constantly turn themselves off. Kind of sucks. 82 degrees in here. Not too bad. Dan, I wanted to discuss the potential of moving to a later marathon. Not fully withdrawing, but cutting back our distance and then doing the actual race that we plan to do a month later. But I just want to plant that seed because I'm not ready to fully talk about all the details right now. Welcome in, Iron Bison. How you doing? How you doing? All right, let's do a wellness minute. Greeny redeemed a wellness minute, so we will do that. Let me get this marker going. No, we don't want it to get cold. I just don't want it to be 90 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Is that so much to ask? Actually, I think it is. I think it is. The duality of climate change. What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings, and welcome to today's Wellness Minute. Today's Wellness Minute is have a plan. So whenever your work week starts, whenever your day starts, whenever your like month cycle starts, try to have a plan. Think ahead. If you can take even 5 minutes on your Sunday night to look at everything that you have going the week ahead of you. If your Sunday is a Tuesday, if you're in the service industry, whatever that means. But if you can take even 5 minutes to look at the week ahead, not only is it going to help you reduce a little bit of that anxiety, it's going to open up the possibility that you can do some more intentional planning about what that week looks like. I know for me, the practice of looking at what it is I'm going to do and writing it down on a piece of paper helps me get that thing done. To-do lists, in particular, like using Google Calendar to set time aside that is my time, that I'm doing this kind of thing, rather than someone else's time that they can bounce in there and take it away. It can help with managing expectations with family. It can help with managing expectations with work. Again, I have a pretty privileged setup here where I'm able to get away from work in the middle of the day to do my workouts. But even if you are being asked to for time early in the morning, or you just don't necessarily think that you're going to get something done because you don't have an approach to lean to, set a plan, right? It doesn't have to be super detailed. It can if you want it to be. But even saying like, this is my intention for Monday. This is my intention for Tuesday. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up at 5:30 and I'm going to go to the gym and do 3 sets of bench press. Like just that starting bit can get you to open the door to other things and potentially keep you from overdoing it in the long run. So today's wellness minute is have a plan, figure out what you're going to do, write it down, commit to it, and then get the benefit, the brain benefit of doing what it is that you said you were going to do. Boop. My plan, don't fuck it up. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's get the jams back on. If you have feedback on that wellness minute, things you want to add, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, get it in. I will do this set. I will get mine in while you get your comments in. Well, let's count. I think that was 10. Yeah? Full in October, November. Yeah, Dan, we should talk about this, but there was just something that crossed my mind today. Monday at Roblox, much as I can be doing, checked completely out. Well, all right. I'm a little confused, but I'll roll with it. Welcome in, Moon. And welcome in, Sirely. Yeah, planning out a calendar has been so helpful for me. And it's something that I've increasingly had to rely on as I have gotten a little older. I don't know if it's my memory. I don't know if it's who, what, who, where. Can't remember. I can't remember dog shit. I can smell the dog shit when I forget to pick it up, but I can't remember dog shit. Well, what up, Iceberg? How we doing, bud? Good to see you. Happy Monday. Iceberg has been on the most phenomenal progression. My guy went from like, hey, what do you think about home gym stuff? We did the, come here, buddy. Let's talk about it. And now he is just like, he's moving bigger numbers than I am on the regular. And he's looking huge. Absolutely huge. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for stopping in. Ready for a nap? I'm exhausted. Well, we should, yeah, keep me appraised, Natty. Please keep me appraised. Apprised? Apprised. Apprised. Keep me informed. That's a better way of putting it that doesn't mince words. But, resigning from an 8-year career at Roblox in 7/15, leaving on a 2-week vacation on Wednesday. Oh, okay. So you, like, legit work at Roblox. I thought this was, like, one of those, like, you're not allowed to say, like, X happens in Minecraft anymore. I thought we were shifting to just being like, well, in Roblox. Is it true that if I don't have muscles, I'll get diabetes? So this is a hot thing that has come up this week. And we should talk about it. So there is a connection that has been noted between A1C levels and your body's ability to process sugars and refined sugars and muscle mass. Now, diabetes risk, first off, I'm not a doctor. I'm a trainer. I'm a certified trainer and I'm a certified nutrition specialist. So in general, my role in any situation where someone asks me about diabetes is supposed to be, you should definitely talk to a doctor if you're concerned. Because if you are concerned that you may have diabetes, that it may run in your family, or that you may be at risk for type 2 diabetes, that is something that a medical professional should help you with. Now, that being said, things that reduce the risk of diabetes are reduction in body fat and body weight and increased physical activity. Does that mean that, like, if you are too skinny, that you are at high risk of getting diabetes, that's not something that can be really conclusively said. There was a video that Plant Slant put out that this woman was talking about on TikTok, who was like very, very slim. She had very low body fat, and per her, you know, like she did not have a lot of muscle either. There are a lot of reasons that you should focus on building a little bit of muscle, and why everyone really could benefit from some level of resistance training that don't have as much to do with diabetes as they do with like generally reducing the risk factors associated with inactivity. So like as human beings, you will maintain or build bone density over the course of your life until you hit a certain age. And it's like, it's individual variability out the wazoo, but like around the age of 35, people tend to stop adding bone mass. And if I have this wrong, please correct me, because it's been a while since I looked at this. Around the age of 35, people tend to stop building and creating bone mass in the same pattern that they normally would when they were growing up. For women in particular, menopause is a period of your life where you will experience high levels of is it osteopenia or osteoporosis? It's the breakdown of bone tissue that is just like associated with aging. Now, that's going to happen no matter what. As of right now, there is no full medicinal intervention for the loss of bone mass in later stages of life. But what you can do is if you engage in regular strength training, and that is like minimum once a week, ideally 2 to 3 times a week, and increase your muscle mass, that will help increase your bone density and make that bone mass more resilient when the time of your life comes where it would normally break down. You can limit the risk of getting something like diabetes through that, right? Like, it's always a pretty big, complicated puzzle when it comes to chronic disease. But man, yeah, that's a rabbit hole. And take your money. Oh, man. But you don't have to be powerlifting to prevent that from happening. Whew. Plant Slant is Liam. Yeah. We love Liam. That's right. Osteopenia is present. Osteopenia can lead to osteoporosis. Thank you, Greenie. Yeah. Whew. You. How have workouts been feeling post-competition? You know what? The first week, it just felt like everything was going to break again. I was like, I don't want to lift weights. And then I took 2 rest days and ate a bunch of food. And I was like, let's go. So like I'm feeling pretty good now. The fact that I can strict row 175 for 10 with a 3 to 2 RAR, feeling pretty good, honestly. The leg stuff is going to take some time to come back. So like squatted 215 last week. We're going to see what Wednesday holds for us, because I did a 6-mile run and then a push day yesterday. Just ate like mad. Woo. Yeah, that's one thing that's stuck around since competition, is I just keep waking up earlier. For some reason. I just like don't mind getting up as early anymore. It aged me. The moaning in my ear during my incline press is I will keep trying to provide, Dr. Lou. Being alive is not fun. I disagree. I tell you what, sometimes existence is a chore. For sure. Existence can be a chore, but being alive is always fun. That's my perspective on it. Were it such that we lived in a world where existence was easier, that'd be rad. But just because it's easy doesn't mean it ain't fun. Wait, not easy. Never mind. You understand. That goes both ways. I feel like non-existence would be boring on account of being uneventful. No, I mean, that's the thing. Is like, it's difficult. It's difficult, but it's worth doing. Like this is one of those things where there's like this very there's a joke here, but this is also a very serious undertone of like, if you're ever questioning whether that's worth it, it is worth it. It is worth it to be alive. It is worth it to exist. We do want you here. I want you here. Okay? And reach out to me if that ever becomes a question. Thank you. 5 a.m. mornings. I'm up with her. Welcome in, Raven. Yeah. No, I don't know. I really, especially this time of year around the solstice, I love waking up early. It's like if I leave a little crack in my bedroom window and I hear those loud ass birds doing their thing, it's like big I shouldn't be lewd about this. Shouldn't be lewd about this, but like, you know, when it's that time of year where the birds are either shouting about like, get off my lawn, or someone get over here and ruffle my feathers. Ooh woo. We'll put it in that phrasing. I love that energy. 4:30 in the morning. Let's go. Think of all the room for activities in existing. There's so much room for activities. Brawl, how are you feeling? How's your training going, by the way? If I can live after losing 4 gotcha 50-50s in a row and being forced to use 170 rolls, I will. You know what? I will never identify with that, Moon. I can't do it. I can't do gotcha games. I get so burned out so quickly. Hell yeah, Bison. I'm glad you're here. 55 down. GG, Dan. Hell yeah. No, Siley, you didn't induce a panic. You induced a no panic. In fact, you just opened up the door for a good and necessary discussion. It's good for us to check in on that sometimes. Because you never know who's feeling that, who's not saying stuff, right? Oh boy. Well, that didn't feel good. We'll be very careful. Actually, you know what? We're going to call it on that one. Something in the booty didn't feel great just now. So we will just let that go. 3 sets is perfect. We'll revisit that next week. Try something you've always wanted to try. Heck yeah. You're dating 7 a.m. now? I don't know. I love me some 6 a.m. Because it's gambling and I exist to suffer. Did you see what Macrofactor has done to me? Feels personal. Yeah, Lou, I was looking at that, and I'm having an experience with one of the people that I'm working with where they are making, at least as far as I can tell, consistent progress on their weight loss that is adjusted for the right timeline, and Macrofactor keeps pushing their numbers down. It's like someone who weighs, I think there's something wrong with the app and the algorithm, unless I'm totally off base here, but it's someone who weighs like 240 plus, and the app is telling them to eat like 1,600 calories a day, while I have them lifting 3 times a week. And like at the same time, I've been trying to help them with increasing their NEAT and other sources of activity. But I've been telling them, like, until the weight stops changing, like until you actually stop seeing progress, like I want you at 2,000 calories, because it is 1,600 calories
for someone that size, you're going to lose weight, but holy shit, is that going to be restrictive? So, yeah, I saw that and I wanted to be like, man, just like set your own macros for a couple of weeks. Like I trust Macro Factor to a certain extent, but I'm really cautious when the numbers get that low, personally. Letting this experiment ride. All right, baby. If you can handle it, I have all the faith in you. But if you need an out, if you need an out, I will give you the validation that you will probably still be in a deficit. Like a true deficit. You stick closer to 2K. Here we go. This is the issue we ran into last week. Here, get up there. There we go. At some point, I figured out how to do it successfully. But that time has passed. We're gonna do some lat pull downs. It is time. Moon, have a good lift, dude. Thank you so much for stopping in. Catching up on chat here. Last couple weeks in the gym, hoping to finish out strong this week. This is the last week of the bulk. Oh, that's right. You're turning the corner. Are you gonna maintain for all, or are you gonna go straight to your cut? Well, thanks, Bison. Thanks for saying that. And thank you, Sally. I don't wear this shirt often because it feels pretty broy. I have a feeling. Oh, Anyo, welcome in. How you doing, Onion Knight? The assumption that heavier are less active in the app, maybe. Yeah, it's a man. I'm just like. This is where I don't want to be like the dude who's like, don't listen to the algorithm, because that's just, yeah. Super aggressive cut. Couldn't imagine an algorithm putting me on that instead of my coach. 16. If you were on 1600 at 285, like you are, like, again, that's just really hard target to hit. It's doable. It's certainly doable. Also, welcome in Remad. Kate's in love with the PB Fit. Yeah, dude. I had some earlier. I had an English muffin with PB Fit and a little bit of jam. It was lovely. I'm okay. How are you? You know what, Anyo? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. The little like twinge that I just felt in my buttock while I was picking up that bar to do rows was not great, and I hope that doesn't turn into anything, because I'm still kind of feeling that right now. But we'll feel things out. It was not a pop, a snap, a crackle. But aside from this pull day, I'm not running until tomorrow morning, and I'm not hitting legs until Wednesday. We may have to ease back into deadlifts a little more slowly than I intended to. And if that's the case, so be it. So be it, warriors. Am I propped up on something? Is this not even? No, it's not. What's wrong with me? There we go. That's the way it's supposed to be. Hell yeah. So we're going to do some lat pull downs. We did a horizontal row movement, and now we're going to do a vertical pulling row movement. We're going to start off with 110, then move our way up to 150 for our working weight. We're going to set up this bar to go up against our legs. Keep us pinned to the floor so we can actually pull with our back instead of fighting gravity the entire time. First stoner, have a good trip, dude. Gonna maintain a bit more before we're going to the cut. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that bulk maintenance will probably feel good because it'll be like, I don't know. One, the food change won't be as rough, and two, I don't know. Just like there is a diet fatigue for bulking that certainly happens. It's like it's the opposite of the cutting diet fatigue where you're just like, I cannot think about eating more food. But yeah, Macrofactor really is a good app. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, wait. Got your time. Oh. Dan, thank you for the gift sub. Got your time, baby. Difficult for me saying hit 190 grams of protein, which is moderate. Drop carbs to 111 grams. Carbs are higher, a little less protein, that'd be easier. Well, I mean, Lou, do you know what you're like? Oh man, that's so tough. Because like you could set your protein lower and just like give it a try. But 100 grams of carbs is tough. That's hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cottage cheese too. Natty, please. No, but like, it's like eating a very low carb, high protein diet, or like even low fat diet. You know, if you're being mindful, it's relatively easy to control fats as long as you're introducing other whole foods into a diet. But it's like the fact that like one or two things, if not, you know, chosen in a low fat diet, can just completely throw off your macros for the entire day. Yeah. I don't know. It's rough. Like right now, you know, coming off a contest prep, I'm a fiend for ice cream. And my fats every day blown way the hell over. Well, Lou, you know, that's the other thing. That's the other thing that you can do, which is what I'm doing. I'm getting my weekly goals, but I'm just blowing them. Like that's the specific position that I'm in because I'm trying to know what I need for running, and Macrofactor isn't going to be able to tell me what I need for running. At least that's not a feature that they have in the app. So I'm experimenting with different like intakes, intake times, all that, and like I have a goal and I try to get close to the goal. But I'm just busting over. I just don't care. The creamy is goated. I don't have one. Plenty of times since we pushed my show back to next year. Oh, I didn't know you pushed it back. Shoot. Okay. Oh, I don't know though. I mean, it sounds like you already had a really good bulk. Macrofactor's been great for me other than one instance so far. Told to generate a new plan. It's been going good since I did that. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean like any change, like that is the thing with an algorithm like Macrofactor is that it takes like averages over multiple weeks. So if you have 1 week where you're just way more freaking active than another week, like it's gonna configure that. And if your weight changes a lot more in 1 week than another, or if you skip large periods of tracking, it just I don't know that it has the stuff built in to really configure for it. So there are big pros and cons between switching from something like MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, what's the other one? Lose It, you know, those other apps that have more direct entry for this is the activity that I did today, and thus these are the calories that I'm going to eat. It's a big change in the food relationship to just like keep a certain target. Whew. Regardless of what you did on that day. But that's what Macrofactor will ask you to do. There we go. All right. We're going to throw, see if I add 30 pounds, that's going to be 140. We'll be doing 150 on the pull downs. $150. So we need a 15 and a 5. Or 2 10s. But I'm partial to the 15 and the 5. Because I'm a saucy little badger. There we go. Man, I need a pee break. Chris, hello. I have never seen that woman's face in such high definition. Whew. All right. Did I say something wrong? I'm gonna. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. Oh, it's the U to the. Okay. Yeah. That's wow. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. I think I do need to turn on this light. Hang on. We'll see if this makes me look any better. I have this extra little Elgato light that I can pop up here, but I have no idea if it's actually gonna do anything. Free armpit. There you go. Nope, just gonna make me look orange. Who cares? Thank you, Dan, for the biddies. Wow. It's so cute. Thank you for the biddies. Yeah, I've never. So there are a few of these that me seeing them like up close is really. Yep, that one too. Yep, they ruined. Thank you. Not actually ruined. That it wasn't Dan's face. That wasn't the straw that broke my camel back. Hold on, is that why? Hold on. Wait. The like camelback like water bottles? Never mind. I know that never mind. Okay, I started this and there's no way that I can get out of this discussion without sounding like a big old doofus. So I'm just gonna whew. One more. No, not one more. We got 2 more sets. What was I thinking? Jess, good morning. Dan, thanks for the biddies. 10 of those. That's great. That is so good. How are you doing, Jess? I'll take more Bob Ross. People who are on mobile have no idea what's happening. Just as a as a reminder, they can't see squat. I don't mind it though. If you're on mobile right now, there's a lot of gigantifying of emotes happening. It's probably for the best that you can't see what's coming through. Life is good, can't complain. How are you? You know what? I'm good. I'm good. Work is getting stressful. No, Dan, don't. Dan, don't take it negatively. I'm just fooling. Yeah, you know what? Work is stressful, but everything else is pretty chill. We actually have like, I feel like every other week I've had something going on like almost every evening throughout the week. And this week I'm actually like pretty open. I have to go like pick someone up from the airport on Thursday. We're doing a staff appreciation party. And I was on the planning committee, so I had to do a bunch of work for that this week. But like, aside from that, I'm doing pretty well. Wifey stubbed her toe super hard, and she might have broken it. I really hope that she didn't, but I think she's hitting up urgent care today. Abid! What up, Abid? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. My work has calmed down. What do you do, Jess, if you don't mind my asking? Broken toes are not great. They're not great. Lame is ableist language. But they're not great. Just got home. Oh, from work? Nice. Nice. It was good to see you, dude. What have you been playing lately? We got 2 more sets of lat pull downs. We'll do some prone rows. Working at school, admin stuff. I don't have students anymore, so it's quiet. That is the best time of year when you are working in education. Honestly. Yeah, honestly, she's all right. She couldn't really walk super well yesterday, and I think that really bummed her out because she she really wanted to like get out and do stuff in the garden and like I don't know, spend Sunday being mobile and like working on things around the house, but she just had to rest. And so she got to play some video games and sip some tea, enjoy a little bit of horizontal time. And she will probably be better for it. Oh. Last Friday and Overlord. Ooh, I remember Overlord. I think I have Overlord for the 360. That's just like chilling on a shelf somewhere. Welcome in, Madam Chlamydia. Cool shartings. Not today. To this day, I haven't shit my pants on stream yet. Get laid off on July 5th for the summer. And you're looking forward to that, or is that like you don't want that to happen? Whenever someone says like laid off, whenever someone puts it in that terms, I'm just like, ew, how do you feel about this? It's positive. Because I remember when COVID happened, my company did temporary furloughs, and some people were like, yes, I will absolutely do it. Because they were already like working side hustles to pay their bills anyway. So they were able to just like take a couple of weeks off of work or like take a half-time assignment for a while. I didn't do it because I was too broke, but and also just started a new job. Damn it. 10 it is. I'm gonna add more weight. I gotta add more weight because I picked the damn thing up off the J cups. It's like the second time this week that this has happened. First time I was at the gym and I was sitting on a bench that I didn't normally use, doing overhead presses. And I dug my heels into the ground and the whole bench like kicked back. I almost fell over. Whew. That's a point redemption. Me shitting my pants. You know, maybe someday it'll happen. Someday. The only way, find out. Only way to know. Only way to be there when it happens is to be there. Gross. Please no. Please no. Yeah, you gotta be there. You gotta be subscribed. Because you know what? I will be deleting that content so quickly. If I ever actually make a mess of myself on stream, if you don't see it live, probably not gonna see it. Tiger, welcome in. Phew. Tiger, we just disrobed. Hope your day is gonna look like a damn snack. Can I take a bite? Tiger, you are entitled to a nibble. Welcome in. Welcome in, my dude. We got 2 sets down for lat pull downs. We'll take one more set. And we added a little bit of weight. I don't know if y'all saw that I moved the damn bar. Tiger Pois. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. You're at jury duty, but we haven't started anything yet? Ooh. Well, thank you for serving your community. Because that's what it is. That's what it truly is. If you're doing jury duty, you are acting in service to your community. So, irritating as it is. Great song. You know, I did see All American Rejects live when I was in high school. It was the All American Rejects. Who was in that show? The Used, All American Rejects. Oh man. I think Fall Out Boy was in that show. I can't remember who else. There was one other band that like doesn't really exist anymore. All these other bands exist, but I can't remember which one this is. They were very Hawthorne Heights. Oh God! I just remembered Hawthorne Heights existed. I don't mind it, but there are too many people and the AC is broken. Ooh, so you're going straight for like 12 Angry Men energy, where it's like everyone's trapped in the room, no one's happy about being there. It's super hot. It's uncomfortable. Hopefully it's a lot more of a simple case. That's a bummer. But hey, you know what? It just happens, right? It just happens from time to time. You get called to service. Never gonna happen at the right time in your life. I have knock knock knock. I have not been called into jury duty yet. And I just know that the week that it happens is gonna be it's gonna be a problem. I'm just expecting it to be. One of my favorite niche bands I met was Cash Cash. That sounds really familiar. What kind of music do they make? Are they like same energy? All right. Last set of pull downs. Oh. Get wedged up in here. You know, I feel like I should have been able to pull a little bit more than that today, but I also haven't done strict barbell rows in a while. So we're going to call that 10 with 1 rep in reserve. They opened for Metro Station. And if I remember, Metro Station was, "Oh, you do it like this when you touch her like that. Well, she touches like this when you kick her like that. Shake it." Is that Metro Station? Oh, come on. Get off of it. That's it. That's the one. There are plenty of bands that I have completely forgotten about. Probably for the best. But probably did have on some really mid playlist back in the day. Fall Out Boy, I will never let go of. I will, for certain, always have place for FOB in my heart. However, it is kind of short-lived when it happens. I don't know if it's a Fall Out Boy problem or a Cool Runnings problem, but I just get so disinterested after listening to the album like 10 to 12 times. Okay. So, what's next? We got Prone Rows, also known as Seal Rows. I think they're Seal Rows if you use a barbell, but they're just prone rows. If you or chest supported rows, if you put yourself up against the bench, is what we're going to be doing. We're not going to be going super duper heavy, but we're going to put this bench at a roughly 15-degree incline. Ugh. Roughly 15-degree incline. Step over here. And I kind of want to check my spreadsheet because I'm pretty sure I have upright rows programmed, but I don't know that I wrote them down today. Sweet Lou got me addicted to doing upright rows because I stopped doing them for so long because I was afraid of what they would do to my shoulders. But just doing them with the barbell, not going too heavy, ended up putting some pretty decent mass on my shoulders. My side delts in particular. So we're going to continue doing them until it starts hurting. So you're reverse dieting now? I am sort of reverse dieting, Jess. You know, I started off on a reverse diet protocol, and the first 2 days of it were absolutely miserable. It was like I still had like a very, very reasonable target, but the way that my relationship was with food, I needed to be done hitting a target. And so I also knew that like the way that my body was feeling, I needed to put on weight a little bit faster than the plan would have me doing. So I am on a reverse diet, aka a bulk, but I'm more just like giving my body what it needs and eating a little more intuitively, and then tracking what that looks like with some respect to numbers, right? But like my intake is so high that it almost feels like I almost feel like a liar for calling it a reverse diet, you know? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Welcome in, Michael. How you doing? Do you do upright rows, the straight bar or easy bar? I do the straight bar. And I do the straight bar because of a video that Sweet Lou, Coach Sweet Lou sent me. And there's like a very like, I don't want to say there's a very particular way of doing it that is just a little more safe on the shoulder joints. But it really is a focus on not putting on a bunch of weight and just being really careful and intentional with like where you're resting the bar. So I don't have them in here, but we are going to do 2 sets of them. So we'll do 2 sets of upright rows. Yeah, we'll do 2 sets of upright rows after prone rows and before hammer curls. Welcome in, Adam Fighter. Yeah, so my platform is made from project board and horse stall mats. I have a friend who went to Vegas post-show, binged and drank heavy, and your body began to shut down. Yeah, that happens apparently very often, Jess. Like, people binge eat and drink so heavily after a period of such extreme dieting, especially, I'm gonna just say, especially like women that compete, because typically competition weights are so low for women and their diets are so restrictive at the tail end of competition prep, that if you turn around and just like, if you go from taking in like 1,000 calories a day to like 4,000 calories and a bunch of alcohol, like you're not gonna have a good time. I can virtually guarantee, unless you are just a goat of a human being, munch, munch, munch a crunch, But yeah, I was very conscious of that. One really great thing, and you know, I'm sure a lot of people do this, especially nowadays, like for a first competition or the first time you do anything that is kind of extreme, like a bodybuilding comp, you know, you're looking at videos. And most of the time in videos, people tell you what to expect. And like hearing early on that I needed to be really careful about reverse dieting helped me out a lot in making sure that it wasn't that I was aware that I would want to go to extremes and keep me from doing that. Oh, oof. This felt good. Yee. Oof. Coach did an advisor on what to do post show. That's rough. That's rough. Cause like, you know, the immediate thought would be to just eat a bunch, right? Because you got to recover, you got to get your body back to having like a healthy amount of body fat, and heard the body can kind of refuse food after a long period of starvation. It even happen after a diet. Well, again, I think it's just it's an intensity thing, you know, Sirely. Like it's really hard for me to talk about this without getting into pseudoscience, or just like pontificating about like what the body does when it reacts to certain situations. But like your stomach bacteria, here's your front loading of like, not a doctor, also like pseudoscience potentially involved here. Your stomach bacteria will get used to a certain pattern of eating, and like doing things like eating fibrous veggies, eating complex carbohydrates with fiber, getting fruits with fiber, eating other food sources that contain both soluble and insoluble fibers will help you keep a good, healthy gut microbiome, will help you have good, regular bowel movements. But the reality is, like, even if you have a really good gut microbiome, forcing too much shit in there is just going to be disastrous. Like, disastrous is one way of putting it. So you just got to be careful. Like, be careful about any extreme changes in your routines, diets, like whatever it is, because ultimately, like, your body wants to maintain homeostasis. Like, when we talk about putting on weight, taking off weight, like getting active, you know, all this stuff, like your body as a rule wants to be as efficient as possible and not change. Like, that's what it wants. It wants no change. So when you are trying to change, you're going to get some resistance from your hormones, from your brain, from your muscle tissue. So Atom Fighter reverse dieting is the practice of either after a diet, like a weight loss diet, or an extended period of weight loss, or in particular with bodybuilding, because we just finished our first bodybuilding show 2 weeks ago. It's the idea that instead of just like going to a maintenance diet, which is like, I'm going to stay where I'm at after getting to that lower period, or to that lower point, you would slowly increase your calories from that maintenance to from that deficit that you were at. So say when you were trying to lose weight, you were eating 2,200 calories a day, for example, and say that was like a 300 calorie deficit for you. Reverse dieting would say that you should not go straight to eating 2,500 calories a day. You should like stay at 2,200, and then go to like 2,300, and then go to like 2,400, and then go to 25, like slowing down, essentially. But you bought a year of Macro Factor? Let me know how it goes for you, Chris. You can DM me about it if you want. It'll take about 3 weeks to get up to date on what it is that you're doing. So the big thing with Macro Factor is just track honestly and be consistent. Makes you think about all those food eating competitions. Well, see, like people prepare for those, you know? It's like someone like Joey Chestnut. He's definitely not eating 60 hot dogs a day. Because otherwise we wouldn't have a Joey Chestnut anymore. But like he's not eating 60 hot dogs a day, but on the regular, I would imagine that he is filling his stomach. He is practicing eating large volumes of food and has done so for a number of years. Yeah. I lost count. That's fine. I'm gonna try and sync it with MyFitnessPal so I don't have to do double entry. Yeah, I think there's functions for it. But yeah, let me know how it goes, dude. Would love to hear about it. We wouldn't have hot dogs either. You know, another thing about like competitive eaters is they probably do have the healthiest diets that you have ever seen in the off season. The ones that have been around for a while anyway. That dude is probably eating so many vegetables to offset so many healthy vegetables to offset the one day of eating 60 hot dogs in one sitting. Too much nostalgia. Berg, you want to do a tandem playthrough of Kingdom Hearts? We can just both play and report out to each other. It'll take me a month. I'm telling you right now. It'll take me some time, but I'm down. Actually, let me think about that first. Do I want to play Kingdom Hearts again? I could play Kingdom Hearts 2 again. The first one might be a little rough. The third one grinded my gears a little bit at the end. It might be too soon. Okay. We'll revisit this in a couple of years. Or we could do KH2. I don't think Lauren would mind. Lauren would have a lot of fun with that. And I already own it. I watched a show about competition eaters. A lot of them just drink insane amounts of water to train their stomachs. And competitive eaters usually use watermelon to practice. Welcome in, Grum. What's up, Grum? How we doing? Did you install a drain in that floor? So no. So this is so this garage has an epoxy floor on it. And I think I still have a picture of the old garage up here. Is it this one? Nope. Nope. That's a progress photo. It's around here somewhere. We got a picture of the old garage in here somewhere that we would pull up. So initially my gym was in a basement. Gym used to be in a basement. Why is this like this? Man, there we go. There we go. Whoa. Does it always do this? Yeah, so this is what the garage used to look like in here. It was cracked up, nasty concrete floor, chalked up, beat up, old paint, old windows with holes in them. And now we've got this lovely, well put together space after some repainting, some filling, frankly, a floor that I'm going to be paying off for a while, but your subscriptions have been vastly helpful in supporting the payment of the floor. But that got us out of the garage into a wider open space that gives us more to move with, more to do, more vertical space. Ah! That's it for Prune Rose. Slumbering Giant, welcome in. Phoenix, welcome in. Natty, have a good sesh. Enjoy. Drain in the middle of the ground. Well, yeah. Where else is my blood going to go? I shed a lot of it. I cry blood. Welcome in, Blue. How you doing? So we did 12, 12, 14 in that last set. Took a minute to get warmed up, but we got there. You sell it on Etsy, of course. Yeah, but the drain has to catch it first. So I won't pull it up, but this drain was one of the challenges that we had when we were redoing this space, because there wasn't, like, this is an old ass garage, and there wasn't just like a cast iron drain that fit this very strange shape. So Lauren spent some time shopping around. We didn't want a plastic one because we wanted to be able to, you know, like accidentally run the car over it, all that good stuff. But then Lauren eventually made the little that props it up. So she made a little frame underneath the drain. And the great thing is that, like, it really does not get wet in here, because the other big expensive thing that we had to do was install this big like concrete slab with a drain that runs out like off of our property. Concrete is so expensive. So freaking expensive. Grandma had a drain in the middle of the bathroom and make cleaning so much faster. I bet. Yeah. I haven't had to mop in here yet because we just haven't, like, we have not gotten it super dirty, and that's been on purpose. But I think this season, I think the end of this season, I'm going to have to do a big clean in here. Well, thank you for saying hello, Blue. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in. Inked Pink. Hello, Pink. How are you doing? Good to see you, Pink. Get a little shouty here. A little shouty. Phoenix, I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a little thing in my booty muscle that I'm not happy about. I'm gonna have to be really careful when I'm deadlifting on Wednesday. And we're just gonna be really very careful. You're welcome, Pink. Hold on, you do stream, right? Am I wrong about that? What you been streaming lately? Green heart mask kind of freaks me out. That's a Korok mask, actually. Yeah, it didn't say what game you're playing. I'm kind of bummed about that, but it's okay. We could do a cleaning stream. Yeah, if I'm cleaning out here, I might as well. Might as well throw on the camera. Everyone can come along for that ride. All right, I'm gonna throw. Oh, damn, dude! I'm gonna throw a little bit of weight on here for these upright rows. My right subscapular is feeling a little loosey goosey. So there's a chance that we may need to stop these early. But if that's the case, then we shall. I'm gonna put these little weights on here. 55 for our upright rows. We'll get a little closer to failure on these, but not to true failure. Primary target is going to be the outer delts. So the idea with these, with a straight bar, is that I'm going to keep a nice wide grip. I'm going to pull up with the outer delts, and I'm going to try to keep the lead with my elbows, right? Because if I'm pulling with my hands up the middle, that's going to create that weird little, not shoulder impingement, but it's just going to be less efficient for the delts. So if I'm keeping those elbows, I'm leading with the elbows, and I'm trying to push those wrists up to where that bar is going to land right around at my eye level. And we'll control it at the top and control it on the way down. So that's the idea. Tuck the booty back just a little bit and get some nice core stability so we're not cheating up with the back. It's heavy. Ah, 11. That's cool. Feeling it in those anterior and side delts. IRL pressure washing game. I couldn't pressure wash in here. If I took a pressure washer to these walls, they would crumble. They would straight crumble. Pink! Thank you. Fire up the barbecue. We can do some cooking. Do some meal prepping. I've really enjoyed making large volumes of chicken thighs with barbecue sauce, cooking them up on the grill, and then just having some like charred ass meat for the rest of the week. I keep forgetting. Everyone, I'd like to call your attention. First off, Pink, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I need to call you all to attention because on Friday of last... I'll wait, because we're in an ad break. Oops. We'll wait 15 seconds. I'll just do a little sippy. Yeah. I needed to drink water anyway. What am I going to eat for lunch today? Is it going to be vegetables? Is it going to be beef and veggies? I think it's going to be beef and veggies. Because I got leftover beef from some work event. Anyway, welcome back if you were in an ad. Or if you're still in an ad, I apologize. On Friday, we engaged in some democracy. The full recap is that after the show, during the show preparation, I decided that if I took home a trophy, I was going to... Wait, did you do a Tangia thing? It didn't even show up, Bars. Sorry, during the show, I decided if I took home a trophy, I would buy myself a pair of Victory Crocs. In the Discord, I put up the call for options, gave y'all a week to let me know which options you wanted, and then on Friday, we did the voting. We had a two-way tie, we redid the vote, and had another two-way tie, and eventually, we landed on the Hello Kitty Crocs. And they are now here, and let me tell you, these things are amazing. They are beautiful, shiny, comfortable, magnificent. Look at that. And then right on the bottom there, they also have... That's going to get worn out in like a month, but... That's... Okay, so you were asking about the Crocs. They don't bite, but the little strap for sport mode, I was not expecting the strap to be like glossy, but I kind of love that. So congratulations, everyone. You made me buy a pair of Hello Kitty Crocs that I love dearly. And I will be, as mentioned, I'm wearing the shit out of these things. I've already started wearing them around the house, and wifey is Wifey is, we'll just say she's amused. Yeah? Yeah, she's amused. She's amused. She doesn't hate it. Wouldn't say she's particularly fond of it, but I love them. She doesn't like Crocs anyway, so that's a wifey problem. Wifey's very supportive, but she doesn't like Crocs. Okay. I think we will keep it to 2 sets because we put a lot of volume on shoulders this week. We did 11 and 11 tagged in on upright rows. We'll get into hammer curls. We'll do some forearm work and or forearms and or weighted carries. We might crack open the garage door, flood this area with light so that we can do some weighted carries. Literally just like walk around with weights in my hand. I've been doing them at the gym, but since my split changed, I'm going to have to start doing them at home because I ran out of time yesterday. Also, yesterday was a double day, which I'm still on the fence about. Yeah, Jay, they arrived so quickly. I was so happy. I was like, I was thinking, man, these special edition Crocs, they're going to take at least like 2 weeks to get here. But they don't. They ain't. They were here so fast. Well, there you go. That should work. If it doesn't, I'm going to be really surprised. Because, pretty sure. There we go.
Stars and Bars asked me, can we be as swole as Cole? Ooh, yeah, brother. Let me tell you something about being swole. Cole may be hitting those gains, but you gotta focus on your own grind. Train hard, eat clean, and push yourself to the limit. Believe in yourself. Put in the work. And one day you might just be as swole as Cole. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Bars. Thank you for asking the hard-hitting questions. Let's do some hammer curls. Then we'll put away this bar. We'll do cleanup while we do stuff. Woo. Hey, and I'll also take this opportunity to ask, what's everyone got on their plate this week? I'd love to hear about what you got going on. What are we excited about? What are some positive things you have happening? Or maybe something that you're a little anxious about that you want to get some support from the community on. Get some uppies for, you know? Oh. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, 15. All right, put this away real quick. Oh, so sore. I'm so sore. How am I doing this? How am I lifting weights? How am I running? Why am I trying to keep visible abs? Can't out-eat. You cannot out-eat a poor recovery plan. That is a lesson that I learned a couple years ago. If anyone else needs to hear this, if you're doing too much, you're just doing too much. Intimately intimidated. I got nothing. So you're looking forward to a week of rest. That's okay. You don't have to have something going on. But it also means you could get something going. What is that? You want to take yourself on a little date? You want to just like take a nice walk with a podcast? You got some rain in the forecast? You want to sit by the window, listen to the rain, and read a book? That's plans, baby. Might get called for jury duty, released for the day without being assigned to a case. Whoa. Man. They're really keeping you on a string, huh? Struggling with people not liking me. I'm our Strata president. Had to make some tough decisions. That causes one to do Strata owners to lash out and brought me to tears. Jess, I'm sorry to hear that. So it's like you're making decisions that people don't like, but they're decisions that you have to make. And you're a little bit worried about like how they're feeling about you. Is that what I'm understanding? Close to finishing Aiden Chronicles and Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. I've not heard of Fell Seal. What's that all about? Welcome back, Sushi. How you doing, Sushi Fox? I'm gonna put away these plates here. So hold on, Strata. Are you talking about like, is that a work thing, or is that like a personal life thing? Jess, would you like me to offer some thoughts on that, or are you just looking to have someone listen? Because I don't want to start throwing out solutions and affirmations if ooh, so hungry. Yeah, you got to eat more. You got to eat more. Fuel your body, please. So Jess, as someone who has been in similar situations, not everyone is you're not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. You can be the most beautiful, most delightful smelling rose, and not everyone's gonna like roses. And accepting that no matter what, there is always going to be someone who disagrees with some decision is the first step to making decisions that you feel good about, in my opinion, right? So like, it sounds like you know that you're making the right decision. You're a little worried about people not liking you, but like, that's just part of being a leader, you know? It's like, you can be a, in my opinion, there's these like two like big, we'll just call it like sides of a leadership spectrum, right? There is complete authoritarianism where you're like, I'm making the decision by myself. This is the thing that I think is right, and I don't care what anyone thinks. And then there is, I'm spending so much time trying to understand what it is that people want and trying to cater to every need, to the extent that nothing is getting done and nobody's happy because everyone thinks that everyone is responsible for everything, and I'm not taking any personal responsibility, right? Like, avoiding those two sides, like there's a lot you can do in the middle, and all that stuff in the middle, there's going to be people that want you to do things this way. There's going to be people that want you to do things this way. And it's going to be impossible to please everyone. So if you have to be a little more on this side sometimes, that's okay, right? You can do stuff and then you can ask for feedback. And it's like, as long as you are doing your best to actually listen and like be present with people, and you give people a reason for the changes that you're making, most of the time they'll be okay. Maybe they'll like, you know, hold a grudge, not like you as much, but that's okay because not everyone has to like you. So, yeah, Jess, I know that's like maybe a lot more than you were asking for, but I think it's important to just like feel confident in your decisions and know that, again, not everyone's gonna like you all the time. I'm available to shit on people in solidarity. Teddy in Texas, welcome in. Yeah, I try to not just give unsolicited advice. I do it sometimes. When it comes to like fitness stuff where not giving unsolicited advice is like could be like danger, you know? If I sense danger, I'm not asking. I'm offering I'm offering advice, but most of the time we check in first. Being married has taught me that. Come on. I'm not. No, yeah, we're done with that set. So I'm not feeling it in my biceps the way that I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm glad you're here, Jess. So glad you came in. Leadership can be unpopular sometimes because people don't like change. Being a boss is different than being my friend. I'd rather have a boss than a boss friend. Yeah, no. That separation is so important because it allows you to disconnect. If you're focused on having the other person like you so much, then like, I don't know, it just adds more stress to the relationship, right? Like if you're working in a team with someone, that's a little bit different. But Scissors! What's up, Scissors? How you doing, my guy? Lead character is a female named Kyrie. She's an arbiter, a law keeper. One of the immortals wants to step down, and she few candidates who can become his replacement. Interesting. So is it like a visual novel, Tiger? Scissors, good to see you, dude. Welcome in. My mods are currently away, so I'm gonna do this. Everyone go check out Scissors. Scissors is getting in the garage workouts as well. Man is wholesome, wonderful. Gets some working hard, getting shreddy. Decisions have nothing to do with my personal feelings for this person. It's strictly business. Yeah. Yeah. And like, you know, you can, I don't think it's incorrect to say that you can care about people and still make decisions that are ultimately like what you think is best. Yeah. Then hot. Yes, sir. It's broken a little bit this week. Like last week, Wednesday, it was 93 degrees in here. It's 84 right now, which is significantly better. Well, exactly, right? Like they picked you. Obviously, they're going to trust your decisions to some extent. Worth noting too, some people, when they vote for like community-based positions like that, and they don't stand up and like take direct involvement, it's because they don't want the work and the responsibility. I don't know. Or like they have other things on their plate that matter to them more. Oh. Ah. Ah. Come on. No, nothing left. That's all right. We got a lot of good work in on the back today. Very good back sets. All right. Somehow it's relieving. Oh, turn-based combat. Okay. Word. Scissors, if I could ask, what's your training plan right now? Are you I think you mentioned you were doing a little maintenance? Or you like took a little break from your cut? People don't like others because they choose to for no reason. Michael Scott with Toby in The Office. I like Toby. Well, man. It's been so long since I watched The Office. Like, to the extent that when I started working in HR and some of my friends were calling me Toby, I was like, okay. But like, if you're going to be Michael Scott, every Michael Scott needs a Toby. Like, funny as The Office was, hot damn. If you're like actually responsible for the HR stuff and you hear some of the shit that Michael Scott says, of course you're going to spoil the fun. Of course nobody's going to like you. All right, so what I'm going to try to do is hanging weighted knee tucks, which is going to involve a static hold. Normally, if I had more vertical space, I would just hang and do this. But I'm going to do a static hold, and I'm going to try to pinch this ball between my feet and just do little raises. That's the plan. Little tucky tucks. With that, I'm going to try to focus on contracting from the lower abdominals and not overly engaging the hip flexors, the quads, all these muscles in the legs. That's not what I'm trying to work right now. I'm trying to work the abs. So I'm going to try to keep that core engaged back, kind of hips tucked back a little bit, so that again, I'm crunching up. I'm not just swinging my legs up. So we'll see to what extent I can be successful in doing that. But just shut up and do it, Bobby. Oh boy. Oh, problem with that. My abs are all burned out, or my back is burned out. I'm doing all that back work today. Hard to hold that position. Thank you for the follow. That's what she said. Oof. Wish I had more space to do hanging tucks raises. You know, Berg, I've been thinking about trying to install something like probably I have space in this garage to do it if I put it on studs. But like in your place, you could just like find that area of the house where like the really weird bathroom is. Like you could probably just put a pull-up bar back there, like tuck it away in a corner. And then you'd be able to, like, you could put a wall mount pull-up bar in there and it'd be hidden from view. But I was thinking about doing that in our house for a while. Thinking about installing one outside at one point. But that'd be silly. All right. We're going to keep going with weighted tucks, except we're going to approach it from a different angle this time. We're going to do the same thing, except laying. Oof. So a reverse crunch of sorts. And let me fix this so I'm not doing like back farts while I'm trying to do these. Again, trying to keep the hips tucked towards the mat. Ugh. I'm kind of mid on those. And then flutter kicks, which I'm going to do with my elbows up for this first set. Some crossovers. When I'm doing these, I'm just trying to really pay attention to how everything feels. Like if I'm not getting a burn in my abs or in my lower abdominals, it means I might be doing something wrong. It might mean I'm a little overtrained. Gritty goose. That's cute as hell. I learned what the gritty was recently. The similarity is insane. One of my favorite quotes, actually.
Oh, right. The poison.
The poison for Cusco. The poison chosen special to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. Damn, it's been a while since I got poison. Welcome in, Paul. How you doing, Paul STL? My boy, we were playing games with Paul yesterday. We tried to be content creators. Failed more times than we were successful. No, I will not be cautious about my wording. My house. This is my house. Brah. Yeah. We'll make dick jokes in here all day long. All day long. All right. So, in order to finish this workout, I'm going to need to take a quick break. Let's do more weighted knee tucks. 1, 2, 3. We did all those things. Did a wellness minute. Have a plan. Paul, we're doing great, by the way. How was your Monday? Are you streaming tonight, dude? Paul's been playing Baldur's Gate. Paul's been hitting up some of the different RTSs. I think I think one of the things that I most closely associate Paul's gaming with is the Halo Legendary Challenge. I spin those videos up once in a while just to like have Paul as company. He did an entire playthrough of all the Halo games on Legendary difficulty. I think he died 700 times, which like that's Dark Souls level of commitment getting through that entire challenge. Paul also does like he does very cerebral games, so things like Factorio or RimWorld. Paul's RimWorlds with integration. Those are some really fun times on Twitch, honestly. No, come on, don't roll away. Damn it! Get back here! Thank you. Ah! Yeah, that'd be so much easier if I could just hang. But ain't gonna happen. Baldy Gert. Ooh, you gonna do Gears of War? Yeah, there's that. We got a new Gears coming out. Oh man. I heard about it, but I didn't watch the trailer. Because I wasn't really a Gears of War guy. I mean, like, I played the first one. But that game has a very dedicated fan base that I never really latched onto. All right, we'll do flutter kicks again. This time, keep the elbows down. Try to just keep that core braced and kick. Thank you, Sushi. I'm just going to do some glute bridges real quick. I know this looks worse than it is, but I realize the way that my booty's feeling, doing a little bit of engagement might kind of help. A little bit of prehab. Something starts to feel funny. Don't push through and lift hard. Kick, man, kick! Yeah, Paul, you got to time that out. You got to time out that gears strategy. You getting on it right when the releases are coming. Styrely, have a good lurk. So I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you're I hope you can spice your week up a little bit. You know. All right. We're in week 2 of Fringe Week. You can't gigantify. You know, I would be willing to bet that that's on purpose. There were probably a few global emotes that they were just like, don't do that. Bird! Thank you for that Prime subby. Thanks, my dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for those Bezos bucks. That's a cup of coffee, baby. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thanks for being here. I did have a moment where I was like, shouldn't he be working? And then I remembered. You shouldn't be. You're on vacation. I hope you enjoy your vacation. Know what I'm saying? Do I do carries? I guess I could just kind of pace around with my weighted carries. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's keep to that plan. We'll do some some like walk around weighted carries as zoomed out as we can possibly go. That's how it be. Using you as an excuse to procrastinate on squats. Ha, did it work? You better have still done your squats. We're gonna get you evened out. At least what you shared with me before was that you were not feeling super evened out. So, all right, we'll start with 70s. Okay. We'll have to maybe do 2 laps. The only problem with these and doing this way is that you get a little bit of a cheat because of the way that the dumbbells are like. I'll explain in a moment. You get a little bit of a cheat because of the way that they have the side supports here. It'll like lean up on your wrist just the tiniest bit. And that does give you just a bit of extra support. All right. 50 pounds. Suitcase carry. Where's Apothecary? Diablo! What's up, Diablo? Oh, we'll switch to left arm. Oh. Oof. Idea with weighted carries. Keep the core braced. Try to keep your gait as normal as possible. And like, I don't do a perfect job with that. You can even kind of see that I'm crossing over a little bit. I'm trying really hard not to. Oof. We'll do another set of those. How we doing, Diablo? Having some afternoon monster? Ooh. I finally, I really got into the energy drink habit at the tail end of the contest prep. But I finally, I kind of kicked it, I guess. I don't know. I'm even. I'm fat all over. Good. Good. You're getting moving, Paul. That's all that matters. Fat ain't a problem. Not moving is a problem. Gotta find ways to move. And you're finding ways to move. Much more evened out than before. Still the weak link. 185 for 8 reps today. Okay. All right. Yeah, dude. Them's great squat numbers. Them's is great squat numbers. You didn't ask, but I'm telling you. Weighted carries. 70, 70, 50, 50. We'll do 2 sets. Can't do iced coffee. For some reason it messes with my stomach. Summer energy drinks, winter coffee. But yeah. I started like just doing an energy drink a couple of days a week when I was really deep in prep to just help keep my energy up and like give me a nice little treat that didn't have any calories. And I tell you what, the C4 energy and the Ghost energy drinks, super good. Rain energy drinks will get your ticker pumping for sure. 300 milligrams of caffeine in a can. It is too much. Anna, welcome in, Anna. How you doing? I'm gonna drop a couple of schwizzity schwouts here. Check out Diablo and Anna. Diablo's a variety gamer. Anna is also a variety gamer. Anna does some fitness stuff nowadays. Doing a fitness stream occasionally. Ghost is great. Bang is one of my go-tos. I haven't touched the Bang. I've not messed with Bang. Ooh, Gorilla Mine's good too. And Eddie, hi. How are we doing? Welcome in, Eddie. There's a mod in this house. How are you? You know, Anna, I'm pretty good. I gotta get this last set of carries in. Then I have some somewhat irritating things to deal with at work today. But we're gonna handle it. I'm gonna try 80 pounds. We'll do carries with 80. See if that makes it just a little bit more challenging for us. Shorter, more challenging efforts. One problem with doing carries with these is that if I drop them, it is a problem. Oh, here we go. Ah. Gotta carry heavy things. Best way to get better at carrying heavy things is to carry heavy things. It'll take 15 seconds. I just had a little panic moment that my camera was frozen. You stayed up till 4 a.m.? Bro, what were you doing? What were you doing? Were you just gaming? Vibing? All right. Suitcase. Right arm first. Turn. Try to grip a little bit harder with this right hand. Really give that some work. Keep that head up. Shoulders pinned back. I'm just like making it up on my little path here. I should just be using my driveway. Oh, there we go. Nice and easy. Not nice and easy, but you get what I'm saying. We're not kicking too hard on these carries right now. I gotta get back to work after this, so whew. Carries are great on Sundays when I don't have to like sit at a desk and type a bunch of stuff afterwards. But on these days when I have to go back to work and like if my forearms are just like rocks and I can't hit the keys. Whew. I'd like to file a workers' compensation claim. I got my forearms too shreddy. Now I can't type. What reasonable accommodations can you provide? Well, thank you, Anna. How's your week going? What do you got going on? Ah! Watching shows and reading. Still waking up. Got up at 11. Well, you know what, man? You work so hard during the year. Like, you work 2 jobs. One of your jobs is, like, securing the future of America's youth. So I appreciate you, and you deserve to have a couple of nights where you just do fuck all and do whatever you want to do. You deserve that, buddy. Got deep in some manga and started the new season of The Boys. Oof. I don't know if I can do The Boys. The first 2 seasons were so much for me, man. Tabs, hello, happy Monday. Welcome in, Tabs voice. Tabs, how art thou? Buttspot's gonna catch up now. How long have you been live? 2 hours and 19 minutes? Yeah. Alright. Shwee shwee! Season 3 of The Boys. Well, damn. Yeah, season 3 I stopped. I stopped after season 2. Season 3 came out, and I don't know. I just like I couldn't deal with it's not even the blood, it's just like the way that they do violence and make it so nonchalant. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it just kind of does. You're making cookies for a meeting? I just threw away some cookies. some friends made some cookies for me, and I ate a fair amount of them, and then I just had to get rid of the rest of them. It was just too much. Like, I do not need that in my life anymore. All right, everyone, I got to get back to work. Games were really fun yesterday, Anna. I had a lot of fun playing with Paul and Sam. Everyone, we are going to raid Fit Foodie Cutie, aka Nancy, aka Acro and Cutie. Acro, Ari, and Nancy. You know the deal. Y'all have not been there before. I would highly encourage a follow. Cutie, Fit Foodie Cutie, is prepping for her first bodybuilding show. She is also going to be doing OCB, I believe. So, just like me, please, please, please grab one of those raid messages. First one, if you're a subscriber, going to look like that. Second one, if you're not a subscriber, going to look like the other thing that popped up. The plan for this week is Wednesday. I cannot stream on Wednesday because I have an existing work engagement that I have to go take care of in the middle of the day. Thank you so much, Berg, for being here. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Sushi. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tabs. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, anyone else who I'm not saying. Any lurkers, any folks who were a little more talkative and dropped out a little while. It's okay. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We will not be streaming Wednesday. We will be back on Friday. And then, yeah, we're gonna take it from there. This is our last Fringe week, which means that starting next week, we should be on a more kind of committed schedule. So we'll see you then. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to someone else. Do a little something that fills your tank this week. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.